Hello folks, and welcome to the Folklore of Being. This is Fast Folklore, episode 3, and we are taking a quick look at the ghost type Banshee. The name derives from the Gaelic Banshee, meaning woman of the fairies or woman of the mound. The name connects to the burial mounds in Ireland known as Sidhe, or we call them tumuli. They are clan spirits, that is, that a particular banshee will be connected to one family only and will act as a death omen and a guide to the dead. In the role of a guide to the dead, they fall under the category of a psychopomp. A psychopomp is a spirit, animal or being who will transport the soul from the earthly realm to that of the land of the dead. Charon, the boatman in Greek mythology, is a good example of this. Banshees appear as long-haired women or hags who comb their hair endlessly with gold or silver combs. They're both described as being unnaturally tall and that of being a childlike stature. They wear earthly toned garments of greens and browns, and are always seen or depicted as wearing flowing gowns and cloaks. They keen, wail and scream for the dead, the dying, and those that the Banshee has portended to die. Mourning loudly and greatly for the dead was an important part of funerary rites. Many cultures would hire women to theatrically mourn the deceased as the funeral procession made its way to the burial grounds. And then the mourners would lament loudly at the grave. In Irish and Scottish cultures, they are known as Banshee, and they were highly sought after. Some cultures still practice professional mourning, and I will be covering them in my Death and Dying series. Another version of the Banshee is the Scottish Banshee or washing woman. This form of Banshee is seen washing the bloody linens or shrouds of the soon-to-be deceased in pools and in rivers in the Highlands. Stories are told that if a traveller is brave enough to approach her, she will name those about to die. The traveller may also make 3 requests, if in return they accept 3 of her own. If a brave adventurer seizes a breast and drinks of its milk, it is said that the Banshee will adopt the traveller as its own and teach the arts of second sight. Personally, I prefer books to preternatural booby milk, but each to their own. Another ghost lore surrounding the Banshee is that it's the spirit of a woman who had died in childbirth. This has led to deep superstition, so family members wash the clothes of the deceased in order that they be freed from the burden of it in their next life. There are similar supernatural creatures in Wales known as the Kucharef and the Kucharef. The Kucharef is a disembodied voice that moans and groans as if in death. The lament is said to come in threes which fade into deathly silence, just as the life of the person to whom the keening is too. Kucharef, or Hag of the Mist, appears as an ugly woman with pale skin, wizened limbs, unkempt hair, hideous black teeth, and bat-like wings. She will creep up to the window of the dying and will creepily call out their names. She is often seen at crossroads and streams when the mists lift. If the person to die is a woman, she cries out in a woman's voice. If it's a man, she will adopt a man's voice. So beware. If you wake in the night and you hear singing, keening, groaning, or disembodied voices calling out your name, perhaps it's time to draft your will and testament.